Hey everybody, it's Irritable Life, and it's been a really long time since I have posted anything about positivity or motivations or anything like that. I think it's been well since last year, probably the middle of last year. If I remember correctly, I think it was probably the summer, which was the last time I posted anything. Since then, everything's been going, it's been real good. It's been really special and not in a good way. So here I am amidst all of this that's going on, and you know, you, I mean, you're working longer hours, it seems, because I'm working from home, but I am grateful that I'm working. So, that's something. So that's a positive right there. I was gonna do this video when I looked a little bit different because I'm losing my hair. You can't really see it, thankfully. But I've been losing my hair since last year, since October. That's when the extreme stress started. I wasn't meditating. I was extremely all over the place. And the stressors came, one after the other. And now, especially, there's just no stopping, it seems. And I needed to put a halt to it, with the meditation I started up again. But I was doing the guided meditation from Deepak Chopra, and that really helped a lot. It was helping in one area at least, because I was getting hot flashes that were stress related. Stress related, because as soon as I started, they're gone. I haven't had any hot flashes since then, and it was just the severe stress that was building up. And every time I would think about something, the heat would rise in. I'd get heart palpitations, and there's just it was just all over the place. It's like I was basically, I don't know, like a balloon that's ready to pop. Well, a balloon actually pops. I haven't popped yet. But it's just, if you put water in a plant, you keep watering it and watering it, the water's just going to fill out because it can't spill out because it can't hold any more water. And for me, that's the stress, that it just got to that point. So my body's like, I don't know what else to do, Ilya. What is going on with you? Just, my body's just screaming, and it's just like, oh my God, just stop the madness. So that's why I started the meditation again, and I started DDP again. I wasn't able to do it today, unfortunately, but that's okay. I did 2 days in a row, so that's a big deal. Hopefully I will get up earlier tomorrow in order to do it, because work, you got to do the work, and I got a laptop, so it runs a little bit slower. So this new work arrangement has, it's a little bit of getting used to, but I'll find my groove eventually. But getting to the motivations, since I need something something to do. All right, so before and still, I would do motivations from the Especialito, which is a Spanish newspaper that we get. It's kind of like AM New York, but it's in Spanish. They have great little tidbits, recipes, gossip, and all that. Your standard local newspaper, which is really awesome. But they also have motivations. So the first motivation that I'm going to do, I'm hoping to do these a little bit more frequently again, but let's just say for this week. This one actually is pretty good considering what's going on. So this one says, and I will translate, haz lo que puedas con lo que tengas, donde estés. And that quote is actually from Theodore Roosevelt. And it's basically, do what you can with what you have wherever you are. And that's pretty good for the state in which we're in right now, for everything that's going on. Do what you can. The work arrangement right now, do what you can with what you have. I'm doing my work from my laptop. I go from the kitchen to my room, wherever I'm comfortable. I'll stack up some books, put the laptop on top, and just stand for a little bit, that sort of thing. So you do what you can. Mostly when it comes to food, I always will go back to food at some point. It's a little different. It's more exciting when it comes to food. with what's going on now, that's actually important too, because you're going out to the supermarkets, you don't want to really go out that much unless you really need something. But when you're going to replenish, whatever stock is running low, whatever you have, and you don't find anything, you have to make do with what you have. So you look around the kitchen, okay, what can I whip up? What can I whip up with these few ingredients? And, in the past I have done that, which I'm trying to apply now, because now more than ever is what we need. We need to think more like MacGyver in order to be able to get through the day. So for instance, in the past, I remember I had some edamame I had bought, some baby potatoes, and I figured, okay, what do I do with this? I had some mushrooms lying around. I had no idea what I was supposed to do with it. I had tomatoes, and I actually did have all these ingredients, and I didn't know what to do, and I didn't want anything to spoil, because the baby potatoes I think I had bought, and they were there for a few days, so I didn't want them to spoil. So I just threw everything together, added some espresso, added some spices, and that was it. That was really it, and there wasn't really much to it other than that, and it was a really delicious side dish that I have come to really enjoy and very proud of. But it's an example of, it might be a hit or miss, maybe some of the things that you do, but at least you try. And in this case, you have to. There's really no choice. In that instance, I could have done whatever, but I decided to do that. I could have gone out and bought something. At the time, I think I was on a budget, but I'm sure I could have gone out and gotten something cheap, to add to that dish, but I didn't. I decided to do what I could with what I had, and it turned out to be a wonderful, phenomenally yummy and healthy dish. With everything that's going on, we don't really have much of a choice but to do what we can with what we have, wherever we may be. And in this case, many of us are home. There's not much we can do about that. It sucks. You see the sun shining through the windows, and you want to go out and enjoy it, but you can to a certain degree. So what do you do when you're inside? You can play a game. You can read those books that you've been putting away. Maybe, you're like me. I have a ton of books. I haven't even gotten around to reading them because I've been working so much. So on my days off, I'll try getting back into that again. I have a lot of books that I enjoy, like this Coffee Murder Mystery series that I really enjoyed, and I'm super behind. So I can definitely do that. You can reread Harry Potter if you're a Harry Potter fan. Whatever it is that you have, you can reread books that you've got in your shelf, just collecting dust. Reread them. You never know what, beautiful memories will come back to you just by rereading a story that you read like decades ago. Maybe play a game, even, Monopoly, any board games you may have on hand, or if you're alone. My brother had suggested, and I don't actually remember the name of it, but he did suggest there was a website online where you can actually play board games via the internet with other people. So you don't necessarily have to play with anyone in your household, or if you don't have anyone in your household at the moment, you can play with somebody online. So these are little things that you can do to occupy your time, occupy your mind. You can even try meditation, which really, really helps. Deepak Chopra actually has a 21-day challenge, or 21-day meditation, that started today. And the Chopra Center really came up with this very quickly, because they always have a couple times a year. They have the 21-day meditation challenge, and they have that up for a little bit, and you're able to do it, and once it's done, you can either purchase it or move on to something else. But in this case, these are free. This is, again, and they did it so quickly. It's such a quick turnaround considering everything that's been going on lately. They did it very quickly, and I did the first meditation today. The first part is narrated by Oprah Winfrey, and then of course you have the guided meditation with Deepak, and a small little, I think it's like 10 minutes, where it's just the music and you're with yourself, with your own thoughts. And it's really, really beneficial if you're able to do it. I do highly recommend it, because that's definitely something you can do with your phone at home. So these are little things that you can do, but definitely think about it. Think about something that you haven't done in a long time. You know, whatever you have at home, whatever you can do, definitely just, just sit and take some time for yourself so that you can unwind and maybe take your mind off of everything that's going on, at least for a little bit. So I hope this was good. I hope this made sense because, oh man, there are days where the monkey mind gets the best of me. So I hope you guys have a good Monday, and I hope to connect with you again later this week or maybe next week. And, maybe I'll put on something a little bit different. I'm definitely bumming. I'm bumming it out today. So have a good Monday, and I will talk to you soon.